पर्यटन मंत्रालय के सहयोग से अंडमान एसोसिएशन ऑफ टूर ऑपरेटर्स द्वारा आयोजित 4 दिवसीय द्वितीय अंडमान पर्यटन रोड शो का उद्घाटन समारोह आयोजित किया गया। इस अवसर पर मुख्य सचिव केशव चंद्र मुख्य अतिथि थे। कार्यक्रम में पर्यटन निदेशक अजहरुद्दीन जहीरुद्दीन काजी, अंडमान वाणिज्य उद्योग परिसंघ के अध्यक्ष सुरेंद्र प्रहलाद का, IATO के चैप्टर अध्यक्ष मोहम्मद जाडवेट, भारत पर्यटन के सहायक निदेशक S रामकृष्णन, मुख्य भूमि से आए प्रतिनिधि गण एवं पर्यटन उद्योग से जुड़े अन्य हितधारक मौजूद रहे। कार्यक्रम में मुख्य सचिव ने उपस्थित अन्य प्रतिनिधियों की उपस्थिति में पारंपरिक दीप प्रज्वलित किया। इस बीच मुख्य सचिव ने अंडमान एसोसिएशन ऑफ टूर ऑपरेटर्स के अध्यक्ष M विनोद को स्मृति चिन्ह भेंट किया। अपने स्वागत भाषण में AATO के अध्यक्ष M विनोद ने उम्मीद जताई कि यह रोड शो मुख्य भूमि से आए प्रतिनिधियों और टूर ऑपरेटरों को द्वीपों की सुंदरता का अनुभव कराने में सक्षम बनाएगा।
I'd also like to welcome Shri Azharuddin sir, Director Tourism, Shri Mohammad Jadwet, Chapter Chairman IATO, Andaman Nicobar Islands, Surendra ji, President ACCI, Ramakrishna sir, AD India Tourism, and all the delegates who have travelled from all the parts of the country to be a part of this second Andaman Road Show. I would like to welcome you all on behalf of AATO Parivar for coming so far, and we are very hopeful that your arrival and your stay in the coming next 4 days will definitely be fruitful for Andaman Nicobar tourism industry, Andaman Nicobar tourism stakeholders, and we hope that you will promote brand Andaman not only as a LTC destination. We are still known as a LTC destination in most of the parts, but I would like to inform you, now we are the destination which have everything you want. We are the hub of adventure sports. We have flora, we have fauna, we have history, we have virgin beaches, we have blue flag certified beaches. So now I would like to request you all the 50 delegates who have come, to promote as a destination Andaman, not as LTC but as a destination of yes, where you get everything for your clients. Andaman Association of Tour Operators was started on 6th June 2005 with around 10 to 18 members, and I am very proud to say all the 18 members are present here now. Throughout the 20 years of journey, all the 18 members are here, and now we are 118 members. We have always tried to work for development of tourism in the islands. We have always got the support of administration, tourism department. We have visited several fairs throughout India and abroad. I assure you, we will also be working in the future for development of tourism in our islands.
इस अवसर पर बोलते हुए मोहम्मद जाडवेट ने अच्छे विपणन और बुनियादी ढांचे के विकास एवं कनेक्टिविटी की आवश्यकता पर जोर दिया।
In the tourism industry, getting all the travel agents, local travel agents together and forming this association and running it and promoting the islands not only in India but also throughout the world. They have now started attending fairs outside, and which is a very good sign. On behalf of the Indian Association of Tour Operators Andaman chapter, the tourism fraternity of the islands, I absolutely am confident that Andaman Nicobar has a product which is very diverse and which is easy to sell. If we can sell foreign countries like Maldives and Thailand and Mauritius and Phuket and other places in the world, I am 100% sure that we are as good as them, and it only requires a bit of marketing effort, a bit of infrastructure push, which I am sure the Chief Secretary is aware, and he is pushing for some of the major infrastructure facilities to be created here. Connectivity is our major issue, and hopefully with the new airport which has come up, which can probably handle more than 50-60 flights in a day with the night landing facility in place, we will in the next few years hopefully double the tourists which have come here before. Pre-COVID we used to get about 500,000, 5 lakh tourists, and I am 100% sure that in the next few years this is likely to be doubled with the kind of push we are getting from the government, the administration and the local entrepreneurs.
A video presentation on the Emerald Islands with its stunning beaches, crystal clear waters, lush green forests and rich marine life.
Clear waters of the Bay of Bengal, these islands are a dream destination for travelers seeking natural beauty, adventure, and a touch of history. Andamans is known for its pristine beaches. Picture the soft white sands of Radhanagar Beach on Havelock Island, often called one of the best beaches in Asia. The crystal clear waters invite you to swim, snorkel, and dive into a world of colorful coral reefs and marine life. Elephant Beach, also on Havelock Island, is perfect for water sports enthusiasts. Here you can try everything from kayaking to jet skiing. Head to North Bay Island and Jolly Boy Island, where you can enjoy the vibrant coral reefs and an array of marine species. For a quieter escape, Neil Island in Long Island offers tranquil beaches, perfect for a peaceful retreat. For history buffs, the islands hold a significant past. In Port Blair, the capital, visit the Cellular Jail, a grim reminder of India's struggle for independence. This historic prison, now a national memorial, once held many freedom fighters. Venture further to Ross Island, once the administrative headquarters for the British, now in ruins but still whispering tales of a bygone era. The island's old structures, like the church and the British Officers Club, are now enveloped in a lush forest, creating a unique blend of history and nature. The islands are not just about beaches and history. The lush forests of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands are home to unique flora and fauna. A visit to the Mahatma Gandhi Marine National Park or the Mount Harriet National Park provides an opportunity to explore the rich biodiversity of the islands. And don't miss the chance to witness the stunning sunset at Chidiatapu, known as the Sunset Point of the Andamans. So whether you're an adventurer, a history enthusiast, or someone seeking peace and beauty, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands have something for everyone. Come, explore, and fall in love with this paradise.
कार्यक्रम में मुख्य सचिव ने AATO की 20 साल की उपलब्धि पर पुस्तिका का विमोचन किया। इसके बाद मुख्य सचिव ने AATO की वेबसाइट को लॉन्च किया। अपने संबोधन में मुख्य सचिव ने कहा कि अंडमान एक अनूठी खोज है और हाल ही में हुए विकास ने इस द्वीप समूह को पर्यटन के क्षेत्र में आगे पहुंचाया है।
Most of you must have visited this place earlier. And if you are coming for the first time, you will realize that what a discovery it is. You know, recent events have more or less given a new focus and a new lease of life to these two islands, especially the Andaman and Nicobar group of islands and Lakshadweep. And you understand that which incident I am hinting at. People from Maldives are now actually trying to discover, and to their utter surprise they are finding that this place is much better than the Maldives, if you just set aside the luxury component of it. It has much more in store in terms of the diversity, in terms of the activity that we can offer it to anybody who is willing to come and enjoy the islands in its pristine glory. It has the activity which nobody can dream of. And we are yet to discover many more such places and offer it to the people. You know, any place you visit, there are 50 positives and 1 or 2 negative points. We understand that. Here also, prohibitive airfare is probably one of the negatives, because of which the entire sector is being hit, and hit very badly. We are taking up the matter with Government of India that why not to have some kind of regulation put in this sector, so that somebody who is willing to come here and spend few days, he can afford this trip. Because of some policy constraints, this is not being relaxed. But I am quite sure that with adequate pressure and for all the cooperation coming from all sides, this is definitely going to happen. And all those who have come here earlier, I need not to state anything about Andaman Islands, and if you have visited all the places. I have no hesitation in saying, and I have travelled fairly widely all over the globe. This is my 29th year in service, and in different capacity I have visited different parts of the globe. This is by far one of the prettiest islands, not one, probably it is right at the top, islands in the entire globe. You've got beaches which dreams are made of. At present you have only Blue Flag Beach, probably it figures in top 10 beaches in the entire globe. And very recently we are also taking efforts to include 5 more beaches in the list. And we are at very advanced stage. We have already contacted the organization which accords this kind of certification, and whatever it entails to grant that certification, we are already monitoring it, and all those who know that, we monitor everything on a weekly basis. We do not leave it to chance, and we are monitoring it on weekly basis, that what is the progress. I am quite sure after the monsoons are over, you will have 5 more beaches to offer it to the people, and these beaches are absolutely incredibly gorgeous. Nothing compares them. Even some of them are better than Radhanagar Beach. And Radhanagar Beach, as you know, figures in list of top 10 in the entire globe. So this is one of the things that we are doing. We are also realizing that if Andaman has to grow, the economy has to propel itself, then there are 2 sectors which require direct fillip. Those sectors are obviously the tourism sector and the fisheries sector. And tourism sector, so again we are not leaving it to chance, so we contacted all the stakeholders, we took their opinion, and we started working on that. One of the suggestions was that why don't we open new islands? So all those who are coming here for a unique experience, which probably even Maldives or other Mauritius and other places have already been to, they do not offer this kind of experience. Why don't we open a new island altogether so that somebody can go visit that place, enjoy the serene nature of the place and come back. So after lots of struggle, let me inform you, all those stakeholders who are sitting here, that we have been successful in our endeavor and Sink Island has already been opened. Now, so you can take 400 of them to the Sink Island in a boat, and all those who have seen Sink, you know how beautiful it is. It's like out of this world. You can take them there and you can bring them back. Obviously, the foremost concern is that the nature should not be compromised. The nature is to be kept intact. So that is one. Apart from that, we also thought that how unique the place is, and why not to present the place with its own uniqueness. So you'll find that this time Vinodji came to me and we were discussing and we dwelt upon this particular issue, that let's exhibit the uniqueness of the place in whatever literature we present before the world. And uniqueness are what? Uniqueness, there is a sizable population, and especially the younger lots, on nature. And let me tell you, there are 31 species of birds which are found nowhere in the world, only in Andaman Nicobar Islands. And all those who are birders and all those who are nature lovers, trust you me, they'll give you left hand for simply permitting them to go to a particular place in Andaman Island. And every day I get phone calls from the top bosses that why are you so adamant, why don't you allow people to go to Andaman Island, why don't you allow them to go to Nicobar Island to see megapods and Andamanese dove, Nicobar dove. There are, so this is one area. We thought that why not to highlight it, why not to present it. And you know, this particular segment of tourism actually has such dedication that unless until they see all the species, they just do not move back, they stay put here. Similarly, we thought that another uniqueness would be night kayaking. This is very few places in the world have this kind of feature, that in the night time you have bioluminescence in the sea, and as you kayak, then this is an experience probably nowhere you will get it. We have already prepared the plan, we have sent it to Government of India. Unfortunately there, I'll request my colleague to pursue it there, and probably that particular policy needs approval from Government of India. We are waiting for that. Once it is approved, then we are ready to take those tourists who are willing to experience that. So these are the new segments, but the areas where we have worked upon, as I promised in the last time I was speaking, that we are working on certain areas also where we can actually expand ourselves. We realized that, you know, the islands are so remote that any built up structure, a permanent structure, would take you years to come up. So in the meantime, what can we do? We thought a good viable option could be luxury tent. So we came up with the policy of luxury tent. Something which has already been tried, a houseboat policy. We came up with the refurbished houseboat policy. All these policies have already been approved. We have taken the comments from the people. We were simply waiting for the MCC to be over. Now that it's over, we are ready to be published. Then yes, two more sectors, the caravan. Now, you know, the individualism in tourism is growing, and people prefer to spend the time with the family exclusively. And for that, from north, once this trunk road is finished, then we thought that caravan would be a very good concept. And we spent time. In fact, I remember I spent so many Saturdays on just finalizing the policy, and we have finalized that. We got the approval also. We have invited all the comments, and we amended the entire policy. One sector, another area is astrotourism. though Ladakh has, most of you who know astrotourism, Hanley is the place in Ladakh probably where they offer the complete night experience. But here, Hanley is no match to this. And I'm not saying because I work here and I live here. I've seen both Nicobar and some spots in Andaman. They are out of this world. Now you can go and see Milky Way also if the cloud is not there. And this place is unmatched experience as far as the astro tourism goes. So there are the facets, the hidden facets which we need to bring about to the people and the tourists who are willing to come here, experience which they never experienced in their life. And also the word of mouth, as you all know, you have been working in this sector, you know more than me. The word of mouth, the uniqueness of the place, all these ideas sell a lot in this sector. We have to work upon that. I'm quite sure that within no time all these policies would be uploaded within a week or so because it's already been approved. And game fishing is one area that I forgot. Game fishing is another area where we have actually facilitated everything. And we have been getting so much of traffic from Europe and all these places. They come, they go for game fishing, and they also pay us. They pay fee, and because the kind of variety the entire Andaman Sea and Bay of Bengal presents is absolutely unique. Nowhere in the world do they find these kind of fishes. And so these are the areas where we can dwell upon. Radhanagar is only one part. There is so much to see in Andaman. There's history itself in Port Blair and Ross Island. I'm reminded of the Ross Island. In fact, I'm sorry I was late for 1 hour. I was working on Ross Island. We were having a very heated discussion with the consultant who was preparing the entire plan for the Ross Island development. It's a huge plan, and the idea is not to restrict ourselves to the Ross Island, but to develop a heritage circuit. So all those who are from this place would know that Chatham and Viper, also connecting all these three islands, it makes a historical sense because British came to Chatham for the first time, then they came to Ross Island, and Viper they built a jail. So we are working on that. Already consultancy is on and they are preparing plan. We want to develop so that it becomes one of the best places in the country, and that is the mandate given to us, that it should become the best visiting site in the world, and we are working with that intention. Also, let me remind you, a few months back we had a roadshow in Delhi regarding some of the luxury accommodation we want to build on the PPP basis. There are 4 projects which are already gone to Government of India. It was waiting only because the elections were on. Now that's over, we will float in the market. It will take 1 or 2 years. But the idea of the government is that the tourism sector should get all the support it needs in whatever way it requires, and we are absolutely committed towards that. And we are very fortunate that Auto is also doing the same thing on their own. They are so committed. In fact, Mr. Vinod tells me that at times government, the way it functions, at times it sleeps also, does not respond to the actual need of the hour. There has been times when the festivals have been put in different parts of the country and globe, and even if there is no government support in that particular exhibition, he on his own, he garners all the money and all the resources, and he goes there, puts up an exhibition, and he comes and tells me also that Andaman has been represented. You rest assured that even there was a lapse, we have gone and represented you. And so there is a tremendous synergy going on for the sector. The people who are already working in this sector, especially Vinod and his team, and all those who are providing ancillary services, the macros, the hotels, the other tour guides, all that kind of the cohesive unit which the entire sector requires, that cohesive synergy is there. And so what we need is the support of all you guests and friends who have come from different parts of the country to help us grow, and help us grow not in the business sense. Ultimately, obviously, everybody is going to benefit out of this. Help us grow because our country needs this particular sector to grow here. And we keeping that in mind, and everybody is going to benefit. You are also going to benefit, and here people are also going to benefit. And this is, trust me, this is the mandate of this is one of the priorities of the government, and also the mandate of the government. And so with this commitment, let's work together. And I thank you all for inviting me here, and I apologize again for coming a bit late, but only because of this sector I was slightly delayed.
इस अवसर पर मुख्य सचिव ने द्वीप समूह में द्वितीय अंडमान पर्यटन रोड शो का शुभारंभ किया। इसके बाद मुख्य सचिव ने प्रदर्शनी का अवलोकन किया।
अवलोकन कर रहे हैं।
इस अवसर पर अंडमान एसोसिएशन ऑफ टूर ऑपरेटर्स के अध्यक्ष एम विनोद तथा IATO के चैप्टर अध्यक्ष मोहम्मद जैडवेट तथा पर्यटन उद्योग से जुड़े अन्य हितधारकों ने मुख्य भूमि से आए प्रतिनिधि गणों को विदाई दी।